Hello, my wonderful subscribers. I want to thank you all for 900 plus subscribers. I mean, that is awesome. Keep on counting up. Because once I get up to, 1,000, then I'll be able to live stream. As you know, I've been going through a lot of pain. Yesterday, once again, I couldn't walk for part of the day, and I took some things to help, and then it barely did anything for that. It moves around my body, moves into the knee, and that's what I'm dealing with. But it moved around. It sounds crazy, but it does move around. The pain moves back and forth, and all over the body. And that's what sciatica does, as well as fibromyalgia. But it goes into the gut, it goes into my legs, and it was like, man, oh man, it hurt. But I'm taking the Tylenol arthritis medicine, baclofen for muscle relaxation, and antibiotic as needed. So I'm tapping on this chair. When we went to Goodwill several days ago, we found these two. Hold on, these two awesome chairs. Let's see. I'm gonna put this drink aside here. I've got this. I've been drinking a lot of water. I've tried to stop Mountain Dews and certain sodas. It's difficult, but I'm trying that. But this is the flavor that I put in the water. Sugar-free, all that good stuff. Let me see if I can show the chair. These chairs right here from Goodwill, they were $15 a piece. And the one I'm sitting in right now, this is the one that I'm sitting in right now. The lawnmower's behind it, but these two chairs are really good chairs. There's Rosie. Hey, kitty. Kitty. Hey, kitty. Yeah, they are. Here comes Scamper. Here comes Scamper. Cats are crazy. But anyway. Yeah, they were only $15, and we couldn't pass that up, so. Had a crazy encounter last night. Personally, I think there was a deal going down, and we stopped at the Speedway. I stopped there to get a couple of things, which we never usually even go to Speedway, but there's a new guy that was in there that night. It's his first night on the job, and it was his first day on the job, and they said, you picked the wrong Speedway to go to, man. And Mama and I, we pulled up to the side there, and we heard this fussing. First of all, we saw this guy with a Ziploc baggie. You know what he was doing. He was walking around to different people. Then he went over this alleyway, and then some of that crap going on. But then we noticed all of a sudden, he started coming our direction. And there was these two white boys, one black boy. There was a black guy running the place. He was a really nice guy. He was ready to handle business, and he was running the show that night. He was at the register. It was his first day on the job. Feel sorry for the poor guy, because his first day, and that's what he had to deal with. And anyway, they started attacking the white boy. That other boy did, and I'm sure they were both guilty. I'm sure they were both guilty of what they were doing. But what happened was, the bottom line is, there was an older veteran type of guy in there. There was another guy that was shining up his truck, and there was another man. The trucker rally just happened. It had just taken place, the trucker rally. So some of the drivers were taking their break, and some of them had stopped at the Speedway. And last night I was in there, and they started a fight. He said, you PAN and BAN, N-word flying like crazy. That's what the black boy was yelling, the N-word like crazy, and he was hollering, you punk ass, and he was like, I'm gonna take you down. He said, you being a wuss for going in the store, and it was crazy. He was like, really? Like, he said, you better not go in the store. oh yeah, go in the store. Where he said that's what a wuss does. PAN and BAN, you know what that stands for. And I was like, why are you calling? And he was saying so lame, you know, like this right here. I was like, why are you calling him that word? I mean, don't even use that word. You know, it's like, don't use that word if you're. I mean, why use a term that is offensive, supposed to be offensive? And he was calling the white boy that, and he pulled the gun. He said he had a gun, and I was like, oh crap, I'm right here in the speedway, and all that's going on. He pulled the gun. He said, I'm gonna put, and he started beating the crap out of that boy. Of course, they were all guilty. I know they were all guilty because technically under the law they were all guilty because of what they were doing beforehand, but they would not press charges. They wouldn't. I got a picture of him. I got a video of the guy that was threatening his life, and they said, he said, don't call the cops. You don't know what happened beforehand. And they said this one older white guy, this older man that was in there, he told me I'm a truck driver. He's a truck driver and all this stuff. And we just got back from helping my father and bringing him some stuff and taking care of what was needed to be taken care of. I think they've sorted the computer out with my father because he had they had to put a new GPS unit, a tracker, and a GPS box under the dash. They had to update and work with the tablet, and now he's able to log where he's going and drop off and pickups and all that stuff. He's able to work it. They said, dude, I couldn't even track you. They said, you weren't even visible in the system. He said, you could have gone 80 miles an hour, we'd have never known it. And so they weren't even able to track that's why my father's computers and that truck was not working right. The tablet, anyway, the tablet he had was not working right, and he had to use paper logs because it was malfunction. It was glitched. So then the system was messed up. So they had to put a new one in there. That's what it was. It wasn't my father that couldn't understand it. They said it was the system. It was the system. No GPS. No connection. Now he has his Bluetooth headset working with his phone. He's got his phone. He's got his GPS. He's got their tablet with 4G LTE, and the GPS unit's up and running. Omnitrax is going, so it's all working together now finally. But they couldn't get it working. That's what the deal was. But anyway, back to after we took care of my father, gave him some money. Gave him some more money to take with him because he was down to the last, and we were letting him. We got to be together again. He got to be home most of all last week, so that was good. You know, he got to be in and take some time to chill. Even though we had a lot to take care of last week, he got to be in anyway. But he. Yeah, that's what happened last night in the store. I mean, I could have been shot at gunpoint. I mean, it could have been, you never know. But that boy, he took off running after this truck driver said, oh, I've already called the cops. And he said, they're on their way. And he took off running like a bat out of you-know-where. He took off like a bat out of heck. He just was gone instantly back into that alleyway. And the officers acted like, it's not gonna. They even brought paramedics out there, EMS, to check out the boy who had been beat up, and he said, "I'm okay." They patted him down, checked him, and his friend, this other white boy, was a friend of his. He was sitting. They're both white. They're both boys there. That's not important right now, but it's just they were all into thuggish things. So, but there was no point in all that violence, and he got in the store. Who knows? The guy might have killed him if he hadn't gone to the store with cameras because. I mean, he went into that store, and they started wrecking the store and everything, and it was like a loud ruckus, and people were shaking their heads, and the guy behind the counter, he was ready to jump out and help. He said, I'm not supposed to, but I was ready to. And, hey, there's Tom. He's about to go run. Watch him. He's about to run. Watch him. Yeah, it was a big ordeal. Could have been a murder there, and but he took off running into the alleyway, and that's what happened. And poor guy, it was his first night on the job, and yeah, that's what happened. They were calling him all kinds of names, cussing him out, yelling swear words, ready to beat him up, beat the crap out of him. Then he took off running, after he found out the cops were on their way. But we got home safely. And that's what matters, and hopefully things will be sorted out there. But my father's job seems to be going better now anyway, so much love. Thank you for 900 subscribers.